Hey Iris. What are you doing? Are you at home or out?
I'm at home, Ken.
That's good to hear that. Has Mom already arrived? Does she seem like she's alright?
Yeah. She just got here. I'm just bringing her things in now.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Sorry dear, I left everything for you to handle with that.
Don't worry about it. I know you've been busy with work. It's not like you could have really done much about it, right?
I mean yeah, but still. Today is the day my mom's going to start living with us. I just wish I could have been able to help out in some way.
Right.
What's that?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure you're going to be okay on your own? I know Mom has some heavy things in her luggage. So be careful and not trying to carry too much.
Okay, I'll be fine. There's nothing to worry about. I've got some movers who are helping carry the really big things. So I don't have to try to lift them myself at all. Honey, you've got a day off work tomorrow, right? If there's things we don't really know where to put yet, you can help us figure the remainder out tomorrow.
Okay, I'll do that. But please be sure to at least get the bed together. You know Mom's got a bad back, right? Having her sleep on something even a bit hard would really do a number on her.
Yeah, I know. You've asked me about it countless times already. I already got the bed frame put together before she arrived. The mattress should be arriving this afternoon as well. So there shouldn't be a problem.
That's good to hear, Iris. Thanks a lot for dealing with all of that. I don't have work to stay late today, so I should be coming home on time.
I love it. Oh, do you think you could stop by the store on your way home?
What? Why didn't you go shopping just yesterday? We should have plenty of food at home already.
Yes, we do. But your mom is telling me that she really wants a steak for dinner. But we don't have meat in the fridge. I'm kind of busy to deal with the mattress, so...
Can you just leave the house for a bit and go buy some steaks? It's not that hard of a problem to solve now.
Excuse me?
What? Is there something wrong with that?
Are you really fine with letting your mom stay at our house alone? That seems like it would be something to worry about, don't you think? At least I feel concerned about it.
I don't know what you mean. What's there to be concerned about? I mean, she's going to start living with us now, and she's been to our house a number of times before already. I really don't see what the problem is here.
I still haven't gotten to put the lock on my bedroom door yet. That's supposed to be arriving today. I'm not about to leave her alone in the house until I can make sure I can lock my room first.
Wait. Are you being serious? You're actually intending to install a lock on your door?
Yeah.
You don't even trust my mom? Mom's going to be sad if she knows that.
This isn't a matter of whether your mom is going to be sad or not. It's about my own privacy. I've had to deal with her going into my room without my permission before. And I am not about to deal with it again. Maybe she hurts herself on something in my room. I can't afford to take responsibility for it. I don't have that kind of money.
I've told you this before. Why can't you just talk to her about it? She'll understand if you just try talking to her. Don't be so stubborn and just try to communicate for once. She's family.
But she's your mother. She certainly doesn't respect me like I'm her family. Did you forget about how she ripped up my clothes last time?
That was an accident. Are you really still holding a grudge against her for that? Are you really so persistent?
Those were very important clothes to me, whether accident or not. I have a right to want to secure my things anyway. I am not going out until the lock for my door arrives. If you aren't going to go by what your mom wants, then she'll just have to get it herself. Are you fine with that?
What? You're just being mean to her. You really want her to go shopping after she's already exhausted from moving then?
You should go get the steak your mom wants. And tell her that she'll have to wait until you come home.
Fine, whatever. I'll just go to the store then come home. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll see you when you get home.
Make sure to tell Mom to text me if there's anything else she wants to eat.
Okay. Don't worry about it. In the meantime, I'll get everything cleaned up over here.
Just try to actually get along with her, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Hey Iris. What are you doing?
What?
I got a text from Mom.
She texted you? What's this?
She hasn't seen you all day and she was starting to wonder about what was going to be done about lunch.
What are you talking about? She hasn't said a thing to me.
Well, I know that you've been doing work in your room this whole time. But isn't it hard to hear her calling you? Actually, you should think about her for a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about. We just saw each other in the living room. And at that time she didn't say a word to me about lunch. Yesterday she even told me that she was planning to go out today.
Oh, you don't know. Those plans fell apart apparently. That's why she's still in the house. That's why she's asking about how you haven't been out of your room. The least you could do is have lunch with her, couldn't you? Her plans having been scrapped, so Mom's been lonely.
Look. I'm sorry to hear that her plans got cancelled. But I can't plan my own schedule around that. I was under the impression she was going to be gone for much of the day, so I don't have anything prepared for her.
What? You're telling me she hasn't eaten anything for lunch at all?
Well, yes. What did you expect? We've been eating lunch separately this whole week.
You're kidding, right? Why haven't you been preparing anything for lunch for her? Have you not been thinking of her at all?
No. Far from it. In the very first day she spent here, I asked her if she wanted me to prepare something for her. But she just told me that she would make something for herself.
What are you talking about? So Mom's just been alone this whole week? I can't believe how cold you're being to her.
What? I have a job that requires that I work in my room. I don't normally eat in the afternoon. I might have a light snack. This is how my workdays have gone for ages.
What's been going on for ages can't just stay the same now that Mom's here. Come on. Can you at least spend some time with her? Why do you think she's living with us in the first place? It's not like she's living here to be alone.
No, she's living here because she wants to be with you. And I can't even be entirely sure of that to begin with. You're the one who brought up the idea of her living with us in the first place. I certainly wasn't asking for this.
Don't say things like that. I'm the eldest son in this family. It's been my responsibility to take care of Mom ever since Dad died. Don't you remember that?
Yes, I already know. But we talked about this before. I clearly explained that my job keeps me in my room and that I wouldn't be able to leave it for the whole day. I also told you that I had no intention of trying to change that. And you told me that that would be fine. Don't try to tell me you forgot.
Yes, sure. I do remember. But it's not that hard to even do the bare minimum to not let her.
I'm not just letting her sit there. She's not a doll. She's free to do what she likes as long as it doesn't involve my room. She even told me she wanted to make her own lunch. I'm not refusing to make her a meal if she wants it. But she just wanted to deal with her lunch on her own. And since she didn't want my help with lunch, I just naturally went back to work. Plus, we're still eating breakfast and dinner with her. On top of it, I'm still dealing with all of the housework.
You're the one who's staying at home after all. It's not like we can have Mom start doing stuff like the housework.
Excuse me? Have you forgotten that I have a job just like you do? I may work at home, but work is work.
All right, I'm sorry. It doesn't change the fact that Mom is lonely. Starting tomorrow, make sure to at least show your face once during the day. I would, but I can't exactly go home in the middle of the day.
Fine, whatever. But only for a little bit each day. I still have work to do. I don't want to hear any more complaints after this.
Yeah, I'll be sure to tell Mom as well. Why am I hearing that after Mom went through all the trouble to invite one of her friends over? Mom said you just tried to chase her friend out of the house.
What? Chase her friend out? I have no idea what you're talking. I just asked them to talk a little quieter. Nothing else.
And that's what I mean by you chasing them out. You shouted at them with a super angry expression. What else were they going to do after that?
What are you talking about? I did nothing like that. I just asked them normally without even raising my voice.
I don't want to hear your excuses. What is wrong with you? Why are you so intent on butting heads with my mother? What has she done to deserve this from you?
Wait. Hold on a second. I know just how important your mom is to you. But I don't see why you suddenly feel like it's fine to not pay any attention to anything I say. I am your wife.
Did you forget that? I know that, but a wife and a mother are two very different positions. There should be no problem with me only listening to one person's story.
I see. Well, there's nothing else I need to talk to you about.
What?
I mean, you've clearly heard all from your mom, right? And clearly you're believing everything she says. So what's the point of me saying anything at all?
Look, just this once I'll listen to what you have to say.
Oh, how magnanimous. Anyway, you remember what I told your mom this morning, right? We were right in front of you as we were talking. I told her that today I had a really important online conference. So I would need her to be quiet.
I do remember you saying that.
And yet, despite all that, without even so much as warning me, your mother brings one of her friends over. Not only that, but after her friend arrived, she repeatedly knocked at my door and tried to call for me.
And you shouted at them just because of that? Couldn't you have just gotten some drinks for them? It's just basic hospitality.
That's exactly what I did when her friend first arrived. However, I had to return to my room shortly after as the meeting was starting soon. In the middle of the meeting, they called loudly for me and the TV was on with the volume set really high. So all I did was ask them, "Can you please be quiet a bit?"
But hold on. Are you sure you didn't say things more rudely? You must not embarrass my mother in front of one of her friends.
What sort of embarrassment are you even talking about? I specifically asked her at the start of the day to try to stay quiet and explained perfectly. Despite all that, she clearly didn't care about what I wanted and did the exact opposite. Who's the one being unreasonable here?
But there's still the problem of how you said it. If you had such an important meeting, couldn't you have just gone to some other workspace or something?
Why are you so determined to make this my fault? This is my house. I had this all planned out in advance, and I clearly requested what I needed too. Why am I the one who has to meet with her demands? If she wanted to bring a friend over, she should have at least told me in advance. I even asked her about that specifically. And do you remember how the both of you agreed?
Yes, I remember that. But plans might always change.
But why can't she tell us about it? What's so hard about that? I am still in the house after all. Okay, just stop it. I still have work to do. And I can't leave it any longer if we're going to talk about this.
No, hold on. We're clearly not done talking, Iris.
What's going on?
I heard everything from Mom.
What?
I had no idea you were this terrible of a woman.
I still have no clue what you're talking about.
You're not going to get by playing dumb after how much you've pestered and picked on Mom.
Pestered and picked on? What are you talking about?
Stop trying to play all innocent. I'm here being serious with you. I've heard all about all of the terrible things you've done for Mom. There's no point trying to deny it anymore.
I ask yet again. What sort of terrible things are you saying? Please stop speaking so vaguely and actually tell me.
My mom came crying to me earlier today complaining about everything you've been doing. She's just had to endure your horrible treatment this whole time.
What?
I'm so disappointed with you. We should get a divorce.
Really? Have you thought about it?
Yeah, from what my mom told me, I can't stay with you anymore.
Whatever. I have been tired of you too. But just let me prepare the luggage. Without this, I can't work.
What? You're still thinking about your work now. Shouldn't you apologize for what you did?
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not wrong for anything. I also think we shouldn't live together. You'd better do that with your dear mom. So, bye now. After that, Ken filled out his end of the divorce papers with no further complaints, and I was able to get them filed with no issues. His mother did rifle through all of my things without any care for what she did to them. So I filed suit for everything she damaged. They agreed to settle out of court and pay for what they did. I might just end up moving away. Without my income, Ken can't handle the mortgage, utilities bills. So they managed to get a small cheap apartment somewhere. Just getting rid of they two out of my life is the best bless for me.